Hello everyone, and welcome back to Vestaria Saga. I hope you all enjoyed the Donkey Kong related sidetrack from yesterday and are ready for more strategy RPG goodness. Princess Atholphus, I've arrived. Have you been waiting long? My apologies, Lord Zadrian, but I must ask you to wait here. The princess is meeting with her vassals. What? Oh, yes, of course. Try not to be cross, my lord. Lesser lords and nobles have been arriving from far and wide to seek an audience with the princess. Yeah, because she kinda just used diplomacy checks 4 different times and rolled a natural 20 on all 4. If she is to rule effectively, it is essential she make them all feel as though they are being heard. I know that, Abbot. I'm not cross. These ellipses indicate that I do not believe you. So, I imagine we'll be marching on Thrall next. Correct. We leave on the morrow. Master Garland insists Thrall harbors a crucial foothold if we are to take the capital. Well then, I imagine you have much preparing to do, so I shall get out of your hair. Pray get some rest, Lord Zadrian. Tomorrow is another big day. I was planning to rest after finishing my report to Her Highness, but seeing as I am not being permitted to do that, I shall have to call again later. As you wish, my lord. Kinda sounds like you are being a little cross there, Zade. Do you just walk in anyway? Haha, are you alright, Zade? Is that steam I see coming out of your ears? Oh, that sound was Theo coming in. Not in the mood, Theo. Sorry. I finished my duties early and came to see if you wanted to sup together. I am rather hungry. Yes, let's. I need to talk to you about something. So, what's on your mind? I realize I'm wandering into delicate territory, but for strategic reasons, I cannot put off asking any longer. Ah, I see. You want to pick my brain about Thrall. Honestly, I was wondering when you were going to get around to it. Go on, ask away, I don't mind. It all happened a long time ago. There is no escaping the fact that your mother-in-law, the Duchess of Thrall, betrayed Meletta and Zek. I know there is no love lost between you, but there is a matter of her successor. Emil is your half-brother by blood. So are you asking me how I feel about taking up arms against my family? You don't have to do it if it sits ill with you. I can find some other task for you away from the front lines. The hell you will! Did you forget I broke the precepts and betrayed Lananir herself just to fight this war? It's fine. I cut ties with my family years ago. Even your brother? You share a parent. I know I would struggle with that. I hardly know him, Emil. God, sorry, near automata brain kicked in. I was only 3 when my father sired him with Lady... I'm not even gonna try. Who was just his, paramour at the time. For obvious reasons, they kept Emil's birth a secret until my mother died and Lady Adelaide became the new Duchess. That was when I was 7. After that, she kept me locked in my chamber, so I rarely saw Emil. I could probably count all of our meetings. When I was 8, I ran away from home and lived with you in Redessa until I was 12. Then I went to study at the Temenos. So there's no reason Emil should feel like a brother to me at all. And yet, I can't help it. There is a part of me that... You care about him. I should push such feelings away. I'm idolizing our friendship in my head, and that won't help when the time comes for us to face him. But he must have been kind to you if you grew fond of him despite your situation. He was the sweetest boy you could imagine. He defended me from his mother more than once, and I loved him for it. Stop making me feel emotions for people I'm inevitably going to have to kill in a great Greek tragedy. He's 3 years younger than you, which would mean he's still only 13 or 14. If we're lucky, we won't face him on the battlefield. Zade, I know how this goes. We're gonna have to kill him, and I'm gonna feel really bad. If that does happen, though, I promise I will do all in my power not to hurt him. Thank you, Zade. That means a lot. That was nice. That was a nice scene. Let's go see how Silton's doing. The Prison Camp, Chapter 17. That's what I just said, game. I'm gonna put it up again. While Aethel crossed the Veldlands, Silton's brigade was marching northeast from Redessa to continue to rescue the tradefarers and soldiers from the prison camp. 3 days after marching from Redessa, they had reached the heart of the Latvia Mountains. As they picked their way through the dense brush, they heard a man cry out, "That's the place! The Empire's den of murder!" Silton looked over at his guide, whose face was contorted in horror, then to the tall stockade in the distance at which a man was pointing. Alright, so what's this map look like? Calm yourself, Hager. That's the prison camp? Are you certain? Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout. Just looking at those walls again makes me shudder. They treated me like an animal in there. And I'm one of the lucky ones. I escaped. You were imprisoned for smuggling, you said. It's not so serious a crime. Like they cared. Everyone sent in there is put to work for Thurnius, even prisoners of war. It's no better than a slave camp. What sort of work? Gold, Master Garland, gold! The whole area began as a mining town. Valadvia's riches rival any gold field on the Solvian mainland. Once Thurnius caught wind of it, he decided to seize the mining camp and make himself a small fortune, under the pretense of requisitioning that gold for the Empire. I see. We're dealing with a grade-A bastard here. Ajax would bring the hammer down hard if he knew Thurnius was pocketing Imperial wealth. The miners who lived here fled at the sight of the Imperial soldiers, leaving the governor with no one to work the mines. His solution was to convert the town into a prison camp. It gave him a steady supply of laborers to abuse, overwork, and kill as he pleased, and no one would know or care. And more importantly, he'd never have to pay us a denarii for all the gold we dug up. How many soldiers are in the camp? Roughly 1,000. Half are watchmen to keep an eye on the 5,000 prisoners, and the other half are guards posted in and around the camp. That could pose a problem. The guards outside the camp are one thing, but if we alarm the soldiers inside, we risk them harming the prisoners. What can you tell me about the warden, Hager? Where can we find him? Eisenbarth? He's a cruel, spineless man who rarely shows his face in the camp, spends more time with his whores than his prisoners. I am not used to a game referring to whores and sex as often like this one does, and not in an overt, like, sex is adult and mature and gritty, but just like, casually. It's never really drawn attention to. You can't without a gate key, and the guards keep a close watch on it. Holy shit, that man spoke in blue! That means it's pretty important. I watched Blue's Clues. Anything more specific we can go on? Part of the west side of the stockade is unfinished. A nimble soldier might be able to clamber over and steal the key from the enemy barracks. Yo, he's speaking in yellow now. Then it would be a matter of using the key to open the prison gates. Warning, if you send the gate key to the stockpile or the unit carrying it is killed, you cannot complete this chapter. Beware when saving your game. Okay. Alright, that sounds challenging, but not impossible. Where are the barracks? In the northwest corner of camp. It's a small building, but you should be able to find it. Thank you, Hager. Wish us luck. Alright, so we need to go... Alright, so here we are. With our horse-based... Oh boy, this ought to be fun. Silton, have you seen Talon? I've lost sight of him. Am I your mother, Lydia? You find him. We're about to go to battle. Well, excuse me. You don't have to be so rude. He's been acting strange lately, and I'm worried. He shouldn't be wandering off for any reason. I put him in charge of the stockpile. What are we supposed to do for weapons? Begging pardon, sire, but a woodcutter I spoke to mentioned a boy in foreign attire running down the east road. East? What's to the east? Not much beside a small woodcutter's hut. Go far enough and you'll reach the ruins of Janeth, but a boy could never make it there on foot. Then he must be in the hut. I'll go find him. Wait, Lydia, it's not safe. That road could be crawling with Imperial soldiers. Blah, 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 bitch. Okay, that's not the most bitch noises. Well, calling him a useless clod is, but... Oh, Hilda, okay. Silton, I need your help. We have to find Lady Leonka. Leonka too? Gods, is my whole brigade going to wander off like sheep? I'm sorry, it's not like she doesn't have her reasons, though. Tell me what happened. On the way here, we caught a glimpse of a crimson dragon in between the clouds. It was Eddar's mount, Escalone. Lady Leonka got excited and ran off before I could stop her. She's more swift-footed than she looks. Do you know which way she went? She'll have gone north from here. Escalone was flying along the western stockade. Alright, I'll select some soldiers and conduct a search. She should be ashamed of herself, worrying you like this. Respectfully? Respectfully? Don't talk about her like you know her. Eddard means the world to Lady Leonka. They've been betrothed since she was a little girl. And then the selfish son of a bitch ran off right before the wedding. He broke her heart. So the man on the dragon is Leonka's fiancé? Yep. Yes. Keep up, Silton. She waited forever for Eddard to come home. Which of course he didn't, because he's a self-centered prick. And then left her vulnerable to other suitors. One of them has been hunting for her so doggedly she decided to flee Norden's borders. Let me guess. Gemma Angler. The one and only. At least Gemma is consistent. Eddard's the one playing with people's hearts and leaving them in the cold. Lydianka still holds out hope for him. She insists he must have had a good reason for disappearing. I don't think she'll drop that knave unless he tells her I don't love you straight to her face. That's if I don't get him first and whip his slimy, depiculous tongue out. I understand you're upset, but perhaps you can help catch me up on my politics. I know Norden is a coalition of clans, and Leonka is the daughter of one of their leaders, correct? Is this Eddard fellow someone of equal status? Norden is a lot like Solus. We have 7 clans, each ruled by a Jarl. Unlike Solus, however, we hold elections to decide which Jarl is king of them all. Presently, the throne belongs to the Jarl from the most powerful clan. He's ruled us with wisdom and kindness for nearly 40 years. Unfortunately, age is starting to take its toll, and the king has only a few good years left, so time has come to choose a successor. Usually, the King Regent's firstborn son is elected as a matter of course, but the prince died several years ago. Instead, the king was forced to put forward a less certain candidate, his grandson, Eddard. To improve Eddard's prospects, the king promised his hand to Leonka, the daughter of the 3rd most powerful Jarl. Blah blah blah, son went messing, 2nd most powerful Jarl saw a plan, Gemma is obsessed with Lady Leonka. Okay, it's a power struggle. So if I get this right, Eddard is the grandson of the most powerful Jard, but then the 2nd most powerful Jard wants to take the 3rd most powerful Jard's daughter into his own, so that he can wed her and then have the 2nd and 3rd most powerful houses under his control, and then he'll be the best candidate to become king of everything. Okay. Very simple. Eddard's sudden disappearance has taken its toll on the king, who is no longer in a state to restrain Gemma. It sounds like the Nord is on the brink of same sort of power struggle Solus went through. Why doesn't he go home and honor his promises? You also left your Karat in someone else's hands and broken off an engagement. Not one to pull punches, are you? Don't compare me to Eddard. Holen never wanted to marry me, and I have already made it clear I will return to Solus after I fulfill my promise. I'm a man of honor, blah blah blah. That's all I wanted to hear. Okay, do we have anything else we gotta say? Okay, again, okay. Alright everyone, pay attention. That includes me. Light infantry, your primary objective is to infiltrate the prison through the stockade and obtain the gate key. Meanwhile, the rest of us will eliminate the soldiers outside the prison, assemble at the south gate, and wait for light infantry to let us in. Higer says the key will work from inside the gate, or from the outside, it doesn't matter which. Once we're in, we'll use the key to open the 2nd gate, seize the compound, and take the warden into custody. If you encounter any enemy specialists, don't let them escape alive. The guards may start executing prisoners if alerted to our presence. Any questions? Alright, good luck, and may Vesta favor us. Again? Silton has blossomed into quite a commander. It's hard to believe he's even the same person. I approve of your enthusiasm, sire, but don't do anything reckless. I promised your uncle I would keep you safe. Whew, already we're a long way from Solus. Not very often one tries to break into prison. Now to prison break in the Latvias? My list of diversions seems to be ever growing. I hope father has been eating properly. I went with my gut and chose this brigade. I hope Lord Zadrian is alright faring without me. Huh? Where did Talon go? Okay. So much fucking plot, but alright, we're good? We are good. How long did that take? A solid 10 minutes. Alright, we're fine here. Let's try to do to our first 5 turns. Well, there's the mountain hut. And then there's... Okay. So anytime I'm near a specialist... Alright. Alright. There's a lot to digest. But the key is in these barracks, I think. Basically, I gotta break in through right there. That's a lot of shit. But, alright. Alright. Okay. We'll just make sure to not put you in a specialist's attack range right away. Holen can probably, go north just fine. And, oh god, this is going to require a lot of being very sneaky beaky like. So, regular Metal Gear Solid right here. Alright, you can move next to Holen. Didn't I promote you? Yeah, I did. You're pretty fucking strong now. Alright. Maya can move up as well. Irvin can go... Did I just move Silton up there? I didn't mean to. Fuck. Well, fine. Irvin has the cavalry lance, doesn't he? Yeah, so him going here is fine. Holen can follow behind him. Infantry all wants to go up. Like that. Dune, move up. And Siggy, move up. Enemy turn. With that settled, Gemma, I shall take my leave. Is the matter settled, Valeris? This smells of a trick. In what way do I benefit from tricking you, my lord? I fail to see why the Empire's spy master would entrust me over so valuable a prisoner. He's Melida's supreme commander, the sort of hostage most men in your position would give their eye teeth for. The reason is simple. The Warden and I are at strife. I have no desire to see or speak with him. You, on the other hand, you are exactly the man I want in my corner. How so? I may be a mere mage, but I aspire to greater destiny than a master of clandestine affairs. The day will come when those aspirations become machinations, and what better ally to have than the future King of Norden and his dragon riders? I see. That's all I needed to hear. I will deliver Zacharias to the Warden and collect payment in Norden's name. You have my thanks. What's going on here? Zacharias? But that's impossible. Is it? Look for yourself. Yes, there is no mistake. Wait! The body... Revive the wreck... Whoa, it's... It didn't click to me at first that was his name. Okay, so he's trying to bribe him. I'm just fucking blown away. He's actually alive? Yo! Also, fuck. Alright, well... Let me get over here and... So, did I fuck up and I have to move, up one more before I start? Oh, wait. Yeah, we're gonna do that. These guys I'm a little spooked out by, but... Okay, Holen should be fine. Lydia, you can... Yeah, you can pretty much just... Yep. Wait, right there. Whip her to shape. And then use your cool bow. Oh, you won't actually... Oh, dear. Well, now's the time to learn before anything else if that specialists are... those specialists move. Liquid magic. That sounds helpful. Yeah, we'll see how waiting fares for us. Siggy, move on up. And then if we end... Yeah, what's going on here with Talon? That's something I wanted to know. It's about time, boy. I don't like being kept waiting. What is the Melody army's position? Will they mount their attack soon? Silton's troops are still far to the west. It will be 2 or 3 days' time before they reach the prison. Is that so? Why are you shaking? Lie to me and I will have your family put to the sword. I know you would never betray your homeland. This arrangement is beneficial to you. The Meledians roasted your diplomat father alive aboard his ship. It was barbaric. They sold you into slavery. You'd still be beneath the lash had I not saved you in the nymph weld. I know what you want to punish those animals. That's why you downed their bridges in the forest and warned us of their movements. Your family will be pleased when they learn of your service to the Empire. Then again, there have been some lapses. In Redessa, for example, we suffered a humiliating defeat due to the flawed intelligence you gave us. But I trust you, Talon, so I shall watch what unfolds now between now and noontide. As long as your intelligence proves valid, I shall have no cause to part that pretty little head from your shoulders. You will remain confined in this hut until I return, and don't get any strange ideas. No help is coming for you. That is what you said, isn't it? Princess Lytia. So am I supposed to, Am I supposed to not? What's this tree? That's Escalon. Eddard must be inside. More plot, okay. Eddard, are you in here? Answer me. Keep it down. How's a man to get any sleep? Huh? Ianka, what are you doing here? Am I still dreaming? Eddard, you stupid... Hug. If you were that much against marrying me, why didn't you just say so? Your poor grandfather. I can suffer this indignity, I can. But how dare you abandon the king? Just admit that you hate me, and I swear I'll never bother you again. I'll tell my father I can't marry you. But you have to return to Norden. Please, Eddard. The Coalition needs you. You're the only one suited to rule. Or he joins us and I get a kick-ass dragon rider. Huh? Come on. I will convince my father to endorse you even if we aren't wed. Lianka, I don't hate you. That's not why I left. I'm just not ready to settle down. I want to explore this world astride Escalon, not weigh myself down with a crown or a ring. Let someone who wants the throne have it. You mean Gemma? You want that predator deciding our nation's future? He'll drag us into war with all our neighbors out of sheer greed. Innocent people will die, women and children, all because you can't settle down? How can you just do nothing? Whoa there, don't make this my decision. The clansman decides who's king. If they want me, they'll pick me. But if they won't, because I'm not half the man you seem to have... invented in your head. Frankly, I wish you'd back off. Alright, I will. I'm going back to Norden. Oh, come on, Lianka. We can still talk about it. So much shit's happening. Lianka, now isn't this a pleasant surprise? The fates seem insistent on intertwining our paths. Come, I will take you home. Your father will be so relieved. Perhaps he will even reward me with you. No, let go of me! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, this is what spurs Eddard into action. Gemma, put her down! Ha! You're one to bark orders. Why should I listen to a coward who's handed a crown and runs from it? That's my bride you're trying to abduct. I'll say it again. Put her down. You left your bride weeping in her wedding dress. You still think you have claim on her? You're the most shameless man I've ever met. I challenge you to a duel, Eddard. Come find me if you have the courage. I shall give you until the sun hangs low in the west. Turn 20. Fail to stop... Alright. So where is he going? Just west? Your escort is here, my lord. I trust the transaction is complete? He was willing to pay. Excellent. Shall we return home? No. Another diversion has presented itself. Hold position until I say otherwise. If anyone attacks us, you have my leave to strike back with the full might of our dragon riders. Make sure that you use Eddard to defeat Gemma. If Lianka falls, Eddard must be there to catch her. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, good job telling the warden, buddy. Hey, a free level up for Sultan. Agility. Alright. There's so much fucking shit going on right now. Eddard. Oh, wait, I just have control of him? Okay. I'm gonna end things here, because things are getting interesting. So, I will see you guys next episode. Thank you all very much for coming along and watching. I have a Dragon Rider. Got a Dragon Rider. I love it.